everyone, welcome to my channel. Today's video is slightly different. It's not a tutorial, but it is related to 3D, and I'm going to be answering the question that I get asked the most, which is how can I incorporate 3D in my brand? What kind of work can I do as a freelancer inside my company, in my brand? How is 3D actually changing the fashion industry, the process, the creative process? How is actually helping the brands, because everyone shows their work, the final results, but no one really talks about the process. So today I'm gonna give you the top reasons why incorporating 3D in your business can revolutionize your creative process and boost your business. Reason number one is cost and time reduction. So with Clo3D or any software like that, you can literally minimize the time and the cost of every collection that you produce in your company. Clo3D allows designers to make 3D versions of their garments, eliminating the need for a physical prototype. So this means companies can create more designs in less time and in fewer expenses. Moving on to reason number two, which is precision and quality. With Clo3D, designers and owners can visualize a full collection without having to move on to physical garments, which means you're gonna have a visual representation of your collection even before you touch a fabric. This way, within 3D, you can make all the adjustments and choices that you would if you had to make multiple prototypes. So you literally make all the adjustments before you touch or cut any fabric. And this way, once you move on to actually producing your prototype, you are 100% sure of what you're looking for and how your garment is actually going to look like. This way, you eliminate around 4 to 5 prototypes, as all we are fighting for here is to try to eliminate the process, a little bit of the process, eliminate fabric use, time, and everything in between. Reason number three, better communication and collaboration. This is one of the main reasons why 3D is being used nowadays, is representation of what your collection look like, all the details for each garment, communicating with your manufacturer, because we know sometimes if you manufacture outside your country, you're not able to actually go to the place to talk to them. Every communication is done online through tag packs, emails, and with 3D you have literally all the measurements, all the representations that you could possibly want communicating within your company and with outside sources that you might need. And that way, if your final prototype doesn't come the way you want, you can go back to the manufacturer and say, this is what I showed you. I literally gave you a physical, basically digital, but physical representation of what I was looking for. Why is this not the same as what I asked for? And then within the company, all the designers and collaborators can talk to each other and visualize better what they're actually looking for this collection and make the changes necessary literally within minutes. So the information becomes easier, faster, and more accurate, which is all we need in fashion. If you do manufacture your garments from scratch, you know how hard it is to actually get a prototype that looks like what you envision. Reason number four, I think, is the one people talk the most about, and is sustainability. With 3D, we can cut a lot of the waste in fabric, trimmings, anything in between for your production, leather, anything that involves what your collection needs in terms of materials. You can cut a lot of it. Also reduces your carbon footprint because you reduce the amount of times you're actually going to be sending prototypes over to the manufacturer and back to your company. Ultimately, it makes your creative process a lot more environmentally friendly and sustainable. Reason number five, and I think no one really talks about, but this is where I would use 3D mostly for my clients, which is pattern making, a more precise pattern making actually. If you look at Clo3D, you can see that the 2D and the 3D work together, and a lot of people make collections which are only digital and don't really think about the patterns much, so this wouldn't apply to them. But if you're actually making a collection that it will turn out to be a physical one, your patterns are literally the most valuable part of Clo3D, because you can have modifications done to your patterns and visualize them on the 3D window at the same time while you're working on it. The precision that you get from knowing how how this garment is actually going to look like in a real body is amazing. So you can decide how cropped do you actually want your crop top to be? How long do you want your dress to be? Looking at a 3D version of that on a human proportional avatar. And also you can have the avatars with specific measurements and create patterns to fit that avatar with those human realistic measurements. It's absolutely amazing. I have an avatar with my own measurements. I made pattern blocks for myself and I literally create my own garments that way. But I could do the same process for a specific client or for a specific brand. And for today's video, I'm going to finish with number 6, which is marketing and social media. This is where a lot of people tend to think about 3D for and stop there. But you can create images and videos and animations and amazing advertising campaigns for social media and also for other means of media. I've seen it in billboards, I've seen it all over New York, all over Tokyo, 3D advertising campaigns using digital garments, which now that AI is a thing and people are exploring that side of the new technology, I think AI and 3D are going to be working together to make different marketing campaigns. So I see a big future here, and this is where I think most people use 3D for. I've worked with people that have 3D on their websites instead of the actual physical photos, which works really well. If the garments are well done, you can really tell they're actually a digital version and not the actual physical garment. So a lot of my clients have used 3D for that purpose, as well as a lot of content for social media, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. I just remember one that I didn't have on my script for today, but I will talk about number 7, which is NFTs, metaverse, anything in between. I know is a world still not really explored, but there is revenue opportunities there if you want to explore that side of things. So you can create a physical collection, a digital collection, and sell them basically together. So if you buy a physical garment, you get a digital version as well to use on your photos, to use in games, to use in different platforms, to use in the metaverse. There's also fully digital collections online and websites like DressX, which Tommy Hilfiger, Gucci, Nike, a lot of big brands have been using that source of revenue already. I think with the metaverse growing and all the different AR, VR technologies improving, we are going to see a big growth within digital garments, digital stores and things like that. And I also think about another one. So my list, it was actually a lot shorter than I thought. Number 8. This is a very new one, but I have been working with someone that is creating showrooms fully digital. So we have created collections for a few Brazilian brands where he works on the showroom side of things and I work on the clothes. So I made a whole collection for this brand and he implemented in the showroom, and the brand is being able to sell a full collection beforehand, before touching anything, before producing anything, manufacture anything, just with the use of a VR glasses. Yes. And I think this is a way that can be implemented in the real world and is not very far away from our reality. It's not like the metaverse where we don't really know how that's gonna go. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it for today. Those are a few reasons why you should be incorporating 3D within your company, within your creative process, and how 3D helps to boost your company. Don't be shy. Teach your designers or employ designers that know 3D. There's a lot of freelancers out there and there's a lot of people learning. A few schools around Europe have been teaching 3D in their curriculum for fashion designers. So I do think in a few years time this is the way, a new fashion creation process. You shouldn't be scared of it because the industry is going that way, so don't be left behind. So if you have any questions on the matter, please let me know, leave it on the comments down below. But I hope this was helpful and helps you visualize how you can actually work with 3D. You're not wasting your time. If you're learning Clo or Marvelous or Style 3D, you're not wasting your time. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Please comment, share, and like this video. Also subscribe to the channel. We are close to hitting 5,000 and I'm really happy to have you all here. Oh, go to Discord. I have the Discord down below as well, and Patreon with some exclusive content. Bye!